What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to EPzeronine. So we're going to start this one off with an update from Iain Valliere, and all I can say is, what the hell is Matt Jansen doing with this guy? Iain has always had the size, there's no question there, but there's a real 3D look to Iain's physique in this update that I don't think I've seen from him in past updates. You would expect this level of fullness he has at 12 weeks out, but he does look like he has a real pop to the delts that does seem to really stand out in this update. Now, the question with Iain going into the 2023 Olympia is going to be around his chest. After seeing that noticeable gap in his chest at the Toronto Pro, he actually said he had that corrected after the show with some massage therapy, but we really won't know if he's had it fully corrected until he shreds down again. But so far, we are seeing a very impressive version of Iain Valliere, and after falling short at last year's Olympia, I guarantee he is coming full force for redemption this year. Alright, so sticking with the Canadian updates for the first bit of this video, Strand and Morgan MacDonald dropped a couple of updates at the Pure Muscle and Fitness Gym, which is very quickly becoming the mecca of Canadian bodybuilding. Morgan is currently up in Ontario from Newfoundland and Labrador, and he said in only a week of training and eating, he managed to gain another 10 pounds at the tail end of his rebound phase. So, at 295 pounds, this is a massive improvement for Morgan. Strand himself is looking very impressive as he's well into his offseason at this point, but the level of conditioning he's holding on to is actually really impressive. He's definitely gained some size since his 4th place finish at the Toronto Pro, and you guys, these are the kind of competitors you need to watch out for in the 2024 season. Both of these guys have huge potential and tons of time to keep making improvements. Oh, and be sure to go check out the Canadian Beef podcast on YouTube as well. Morgan and Robin both host that show. I'll put a link in the description below for you guys. Alright, so next up, we have an update here from Neil Currey, and Neil has made some pretty ridiculous improvements since switching from Classic to Open after the 2022 Olympia. It's just his shape and flow that's the most impressive aspect. Neil has the shape and flow of a Classic competitor, but the size he's gaining is not sacrificing a single ounce of that Classic shape. In fact, I think he's actually more shapely with the size. So Neil is coming into contest prep mode soon. I believe he's competing after the 2023 Olympia. So it's going to be very interesting to see how a physique like this does in an open lineup. You guys let me know if you think Neil could stand on the Olympia stage in the open someday. Alright, so next up, Rubiel Mosquera continues his road to earn his pro card in the IFBB Pro League. After being pretty dissatisfied with how he was treated in the IFBB Elite Pro, he's been steadily working in order to make the switch over. Now, I doubt Rubiel will have any issue earning his pro card, but his physique is very unique. You know, he's very round, very wide frame. He's got absolute tree trunks for legs. The only thing that could really hold him back is his midsection. But his width and his overall X-frame could make up for that, especially if he's improved since the last time we saw him on stage. He does look very well conditioned in these updates, so we may see him attempt to earn his pro card sooner than later. Okay, so last up, one more Canadian update for you guys. Regan Grimes is at the point in his prep where I think him and Milos know that the conditioning is on track. So, the time is now to focus on presentation. Regan has been doing his posing practice after fasted morning cardio, and it's very clear that him and Milos are leaving absolutely nothing to chance this year. There were too many questions as to whether or not taking a year-long offseason was the right move for Regan. And you know what? I think most people's opinions have changed since he started his contest prep this time around. This could finally be the year that Regan Grimes realizes his full potential, and the bodybuilding world has been waiting anxiously for that day to come. With Regan's aesthetics and increased muscle mass, this could be a bodybuilder that enters that very exclusive list of competitors that could make up the top 10 at the Olympia this year. But he'll have to get past the likes of Nathan Diasha, Good Vito, and Shu Ming Yan at first. You can't forget about Shu Ming Yan. We'll find out if all his efforts have really paid off in just a few short weeks at the Yamamoto Cup. Anyway, that's it for me in this video, you guys. Thank you for tuning in to EPzeronine. Be sure to like and subscribe.